Welcome to my channel, and eyes closed for today. Imagine that you are waking up from a deep sleep. You're alone on a boat in the middle of the ocean. It's nighttime, pitch black, foggy. You do not remember how you got there. You feel like it might be something really important, but you can't remember what it is. And there's just a vague recollection of some sort of treasure that you had set out to get, but you just don't know what, or where, or when, or how. You feel into the bigness, capital B, the bigness that is underneath you. The power of the ocean, teeming with life. Beautiful, radiant, huge, also lethal in many ways, and a mystery. Most of it is unexplored still. There are places in the ocean that the light doesn't ever touch. And here you are, on the surface of the water, in a boat, in the dark, in the fog, feeling that power and wondering why you are here. All of a sudden, something happens. A storm breaks. And giant waves begin to toss you around. And eventually the boat breaks and begins to sink. And you begin to sink down with it into the water. Now you know that there is no hope of survival because you are nowhere close to any shore. If you try to swim and stick to the surface, you'll just wear yourself out until your body eventually gives out. Or the storm could take a turn for the worse. So you decide to dive down into the stillness of the water. You do this incredible thing. You surrender. You do this to get a last glimpse of life because you are sure that you are going to drown. So you want to see life. And you want to experience its beauty with all that you have. So you dive down and down and down until you hit the sea bottom. With only the sensation of the water to help you. It's dark, right? And you feel the bottom of the sands with your hands. And you strip yourself of any remaining clothing and you bury your body in anything that you can get your hands on in the water, on the seafloor, living or non-living, because it is the last chance you can get, and you know it. You want to feel that intimacy with life. You want to feel it on your skin. So instead of fighting and fighting and fighting with the storm until your dying breath, you instead choose love. Right at what you think is the end. You choose life. You choose ecstasy. You literally choose to drown in life and love and ecstasy and connection with the earth. You've surrendered. But wait. You see a light. It seems to be blinking at first, starting and stopping, and then sweeping across the sea bottom in a continuous motion. At first you think it's a straight line, but as you begin to look through the murky water into the distance, you see it's actually making a circle. Your brain suddenly connects the dots. It's a lighthouse, light nearby. A lighthouse has turned on because of the storm. And so suddenly you realize you've really got a chance at life here if you hustle. And you are much closer to a shore than you initially realized. So with all your might, and you are tired, and you are scared, and maybe someone else might give up, but not you. You follow the light. The closer you get to the light, the more you begin to see the life in the sea that you formerly could only feel in the dark. You see crustaceans collecting food. You see fish playing with one another. An octopus darting away to observe you from afar. They're quite academic. And because of your recent total psychic surrender into the intimacy of it all, you feel deeply, deeply connected now to everything here. You know this life. You know these creatures. You know this sea. And you're in love with it. You feel their laughter through their youth, their nourishment through the hunt, their sorrow through their losses, their ecstasy of being, the ecstasy of being alive and embracing your life. No one does it better than nature. You feel it, all of it. But you can't stay forever because you have to breathe. So you finally surface. You make your way up. You cough up an arm and a leg's worth of, well, not oxygen. And after purging and detoxifying a bit from your near-death experience, from drowning, your lungs finally begin to take big, heaving breaths of air. And here you are, right on the shore. And there's the lighthouse. So you go in. You climb the spiral steps. Because at this point, your body's numb, right? It gets to a point where you can just keep going. So you climb all the way up to the top because you want to thank whoever lit the lighthouse because they saved your life. You get to the top and the light's so bright that you almost can't see. But at this point, you know how to feel your way around. You've experienced that before. So you feel yourself over to the light, where you expect to find the source of the light, the operating system, and the person manning it. But no one's there. It's just you, living and breathing. And the lighthouse. And the light. Overlooking the ocean that you've now fallen in love with. So, that light, has a message for you. Ask it for your message.